All right, thank you, everyone. I call this meeting of the House Veteran Affairs and Emergency Preparedness Committee to order. I would kindly ask the Secretary to take the roll.
Chairman Barrar.
Here.
Representative Borowitz. Here. Representative Culver. Proxy. Representative Ecker. Here. Representative Farry. Representative Gobler. Representative Gillen here. Representative Griner. Proxy. Representative James. Proxy. Representative Mako. Representative Mahalik. Here. Representative O'Neill. Here. Representative Polinchuk. Here. Representative Rigby. Here. Representative Ryan. Here. Chairman Senato. Here. Representative Bizzarro. Here. Representative Burns. Here. Representative Fitzgerald. Here. Representative Hill Evans. Representative Farry. Here. Representative Hill Evans. Representative Kulik. Here. Representative O'Mara. Here. Representative Sappy. Here. Representative Webster. Here. Representative Williams. Here. We have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Having established a quorum, our first order of business is Senate Bill 127, which is sponsored by Senator Regan. First, I need a motion to consider the bill, moved by Representative O'Neill. Having a motion to consider that bill. This bill is very similar to the House version that we passed out of committee 2 months ago. We are positioning this bill for further discussion with the Senate. This legislation extends the sunset provision for our state 911 law for another 4 years, and via an amendment I will be offering, we will make it more in line with the language that has been negotiated and agreed to with all the pertinent 911 stakeholders. At this time, Amendment A01925 is being offered by myself. This amendment changes the sunset date to January 2024 and provides GIS requirements for next generation 911 purpose in addition to some technical changes. Okay, are there any questions on the amendment? Only, anyone? No questions? Okay, good. I need a motion to accept the amendment, moved by Representative Williams and second by Representative Ryan. Are there any negative votes on the amendment? Hearing none, this amendment is adopted into the bill. Is there any discussion on the bill that as it is amended? Anyone have questions over here? I can't see. Okay, good. Okay. We have a motion by Representative O'Neill to move the bill and a second by Representative Kulik. Thank you. Are there any negative votes on this bill? Hearing none, SB 127 has passed committee as amended. The next bill for consideration is Senate Bill 298, sponsored by Senator Baker. First, I need a motion to consider the resolution. It's a resolution, not a bill, right? And at first it says bill up here, and then it says resolution. Sorry.
I'm sorry, it's a bill.
Okay. It's a bill. Okay. The script had me screwed up here. It's the motion made by Representative Kulik. Okay, having a motion to consider the bill. Senate Bill 298 simply provides that fines paid by a person who violate our state's Stolen Valor Act are to be transferred to the Pennsylvania Veteran Trust Fund, which assists veterans through having a motion by Representative Kulik and second by Representative Farry. Okay, are there any negative votes on the bill? Hearing none, Senate Bill 298 has passed committee. The next bill for consideration is House Resolution 231, sponsored by myself. First, I need a motion to consider the bill. Representative Mahalik, okay, and having a motion to consider the resolution. House Resolution 231 urges the federal government to make the resiliency of the U.S. infrastructure a priority. Is there any discussion on the resolution? Okay, we have a motion by, we're good? I didn't hear anything. Moved by Representative Mahalik and second by Representative Farry. Are there any negative votes on the resolution? Hearing none, House Resolution 231 has been passed by committee. The next bill for consideration is Senate Bill 139, sponsored by Senator Judy Ward. First, I need a motion to consider that resolution, moved by Representative Gobler. He's here with us, right? No, okay. Oh, he's not here. He's one of the guys that's not here. Okay. Who would like to make the motion on here? Representative Polachek. Okay. We need a motion on the bill, moved by second. A second on the motion. Representative O'Mara. No. I'm going to take that back. Fitzgerald. Thank you. I was looking for one. Okay. And are there any negative votes on the bill or any questions on the bill at this point? Any discussion? Okay. On this one, we are going to, the chairman has asked me for a roll call vote on that. Okay. And Secretary, would you call the roll, please?
Representative Barrar.
Yes.
Representative Borowitz. Representative Culver. Representative Ecker. Representative Ferry. Yes. Representative Gobler. Representative Gillen, yes. Representative Griner. Representative James. Representative Mako. Representative Mahalik. Representative O'Neill.
Yes. Oh, did I skip over it?
Representative Polinchuk.
Yes. I did.
Representative Rigby.
Can we hold that for a minute? Okay, we're going to go back. Rick just reminded me I went too fast and did not explain the bill. Okay, so we have Senate Bill 139, and having a motion, we can discuss that. It simply amends the state's price gouging law by establishing upgrades and parameters on it to use when a Title 35 emergency is declared. Okay, this bill passed committee last session, but was vetoed by the governor. Today's vote will position the bill for an anticipated floor action, which is being worked out with the governor's office and the coalition stakeholders. Okay, so if there's any questions or discussion, I apologize for jumping over that. But the bill we're voting out of committee, I will be honest, it's not the final product. We're expecting a resolution to come to for an amendment to be taken up on the House floor if this bill is run. So we're just moving this bill to the next step. It's the chance of it passing without or running without the necessary amendment probably isn't going to happen. So I would ask the members again for a positive vote on this. Okay, now we can start all over. Secretary Gillen. Sorry.
I have a comment I'd like to make.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. I want to commend you, first of all, Chairman, on forward progress, moving this ahead. And I would encourage the committee to speak with one voice, as it has in the past. The vote in our committee, a substantially similar product, was 27-0. In the Senate, the vote was 12-0. And it passed both chambers by substantial majorities. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions from anyone? Hearing none, we will take the roll.
Chairman Barrar.
Yes.
Representative Borowitz. Representative Culver. Representative Ecker. Representative Ferry. Representative Gillen, yes. Representative Griner. Representative James. Representative Mahalik. Representative O'Neill. Yes. Representative Polinchuk. Representative Rigby.
Thanks for straightening me out.
Representative Ryan.
Yes. I was going too fast.
Chairman Senato. Yes. Representative Bizzarro. Representative Burns. Representative Fitzgerald. Representative Hill Evans. Representative Kulik. Representative O'Mara. Representative Sappi. No. Representative Webster. Representative Williams.
No.
It passes the committee, Mr. Chairman, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19 yeas, 3 nays.
Thank you, everyone. Is there anything else for the good of the order? If not,
correct the record, 4 nays.
sorry. Okay, any other comments? Chairman Senato, any comments? No.
Thank
On the
you.
bills?
Thank all our members for coming this morning, and I know we started at 7:30. The members who actually participated with the Guard, and look forward to our next meeting.
Thank you. And I can tell you there's about a 99% chance we will be having another meeting next week, and there's some other business coming before the committee that we'll have to act on very quickly. Okay, thank you everyone for your attendance today. This meeting is hereby adjourned.